So this time we want to talk about verbs again. And if you will, open up your textbook to page 142. And we've got some verbs listed here. We've got copio, copera, capi, coptus, the word that means to take. We've got munio, munira, muniwi, munitus, the verb that means to fortify, and some others. And some of those may look a little bit different. And it turns out we've got two more conjugations or two more groups of verbs to talk about. And when we're done with this, this is it forever. There are no more conjugations for verbs after today. This is it. So you've kind of come to a major milestone in your Latin learning. So we're going to put our little chart up that we've had before. The second dictionary entry and conjugation number. And you recall that you can always tell which conjugation or group of verbs a verb belongs to by looking at its second dictionary entry. So for first conjugation, you recall we have A-R-E, words like amo, amare. For second conjugation, we have that long E-R-E, words like teneo, tenera. And for third conjugation, we have short E-R-E, words like mito, mitera. Now it turns out there's a little branch of third conjugation. It's called 3rd-io. In fact, if you still got your book open, you look at page 142. Notice that copio, copera, accipio, accipera, the first couple of verbs there on the page. Notice that the second part does indeed end with a short ERE, making those third conjugation verbs. But if you look more closely, the first part ends with an IO, copio, accipio. And that's a little branch of the conjugation that we call 3rd-io, obviously because the first part ends with an IO. And it does function a little bit differently from regular third, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Now there's one other conjugation, words like munio, munira, to fortify, and invenio, invenira, to find. And you can always recognize a fourth conjugation verb because the second part ends in IRE. So what we're going to look at today is the present tense for 3rd-io and fourth conjugation verbs. And we can do that because they work exactly the same. So here we go with present tense for 3rd-io and fourth conjugation. Step number 1, drop O from the first dictionary entry. If that sounds familiar, it should. That's exactly what you do for regular third conjugation. We're going to do the same thing. Drop the O. And then we're going to add our present tense endings. We've got first person, second person, third person going down the side here. We have our singular and plural columns. And the endings are very similar, but just slightly different. So for first person singular, we add O. For second singular, S. For third singular, T. For first plural, MUS. Second plural, TIS. And third plural, UNT. So what you'll notice is that we've got the same old endings we've always had with the OST, MUS, TIS, NT. Unlike regular third, we don't have another letter in front of some of those endings. And unlike back in first and second conjugation, we do have the extra U for third person plural. So right now on your paper, see if you can conjugate in the present tense. We'll use this verb invenio, invenio, invenira, inveni, inventus, to find. So we'll set the chart up, singular and plural, with our persons down the side. See if you can determine which conjugation this verb is. See if you can follow the rules. Pause the video now and give that a try. Okay, so we're back now, and hopefully you discovered that that was a fourth conjugation verb because the second part ends with IRE. So according to what we just said, we're going to drop the O off the first part. INVENI becomes our stem. And as always, when we're doing a practice or you do this on an exam, you can write that down anywhere or everywhere. Then we're going to add on the correct endings. So first person singular, invenio, second singular, invenus, third person singular, invenit. First person plural, invenimus, second plural, invenitus, and third person plural, inveniunt. And that's how you do the present tense for 3rd-io and 4th conjugation.